My brothers and my sisters, I came here today not just to speak, but to declare that there is one who sits high and looks low, one who was never elected, never impeached, never overthrown, yet reigns supreme. My brothers and my sisters, let me tell you something today that will shake the very core of your doubt and speak life into your weary soul. The throne of heaven has never been shaken, never been cracked, and never been challenged successfully. He who reigns above is still reigning. He's not nervous. He's not confused. He's not pacing back and forth, wondering how it's going to work out. No, he is seated, seated, because when a king sits, it means the work is already done. While the world around you may be trembling, governments may rise and fall, economies may collapse, and people may betray and disappoint, your God is not moved. He is the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. What he started, he will finish. What he decreed, no man can deny. When he opens a door, no devil in hell can close it. That's the power of the eternal sovereign. You see, sometimes we confuse earthly authority with divine sovereignty. Earthly authority gets voted in. Earthly authority is limited by time, by popularity, by circumstance. But divine sovereignty, oh, that kind of authority, it has asterisk, no expiration date, asterisk. It was here before time began and will still stand when time has run its course. And the best part, that sovereign is asterisk for you, asterisk. He's not just above you. He's not just watching you. He's asterisk for you, asterisk. That means the creator of the universe is personally involved in your story. Let me tell you, storms will come. Trouble will knock on your door. There will be days when it feels like the foundations are shaking. But when you anchor your soul in the one who never changes, you discover that your peace is not tied to the absence of chaos. It's tied to the presence of the King. And the King is on the throne. Some of you have been living like your life is ruled by your past, by your pain, by people's opinions. But I came to shake that lie out of your spirit. You are not governed by circumstance. You are governed by sovereignty. You don't serve a God who reacts. You serve a God who asterisk reigns asterisk. He's not waiting to see what happens. He asterisk already knows asterisk. He's already planned, already positioned, already prepared the next step before you even took the last one. So lift your head, straighten your back, wipe those tears from your eyes. You are not defeated. You are not abandoned. You are not overlooked. You belong to the sovereign, and he is still in control. Every moment of your life, every battle, every blessing is under his rule. The King reigns eternally, powerfully, and completely, and because he reigns, you can rest. Because he reigns, you can trust. Because he reigns, asterisk, you will make it asterisk. Let me speak into the deep places of your soul today, the places where you've cried silently, the places where shame has tried to build a home, the places where failure echoes louder than faith. Hear me, what you've been through does asterisk, not asterisk cancel what God put on your life. Your trials do not have the authority to override your calling. You may have stumbled, but your purpose didn't fall. You may have been rejected, but your assignment wasn't revoked. You may have taken a detour, but God's plan didn't get lost. Life may have hit you hard, but it didn't hit you out of destiny. The very fact that you're still breathing, still standing, still listening, is proof that God is not through with you yet. Don't you dare let your scars define your story. Your scars are just evidence that healing has taken place. They're not signs of weakness. They're signs of survival. You've been through the fire and didn't burn. You've been through the storm and didn't drown. You've been through the valley and still have vision. Why? Because your calling is greater than your crisis. The enemy would love for you to believe that your failure disqualified you, that the divorce dismissed you, that the addiction erased you, that the mistake marked you for life. But I came to tell you today, the devil is a liar. You were chosen before the foundation of the world. Before you ever fell, God had already factored it into your future. Before the problem showed up, the purpose was already prepared. God is not looking for perfection. He's looking for surrender. He's not asking you to be flawless. He's asking you to be faithful. If God only used perfect people, He'd have no one left to work with. He uses the broken, the bruised, the battered, because when His power flows through our weakness, His glory shines the brightest. So don't you sit there in guilt. Don't you bow your head in shame. Don't you shrink into silence because of what you've done or what you've been through. You are asterisk still called asterisk. You are asterisk still chosen asterisk. You are asterisk still anointed asterisk. That fire didn't burn off your purpose, it refined it. That pit didn't bury your dream, it deepened your roots. What God put in you cannot be canceled by what happened to you. Your trial was a classroom, not a courtroom. It was for teaching, not sentencing. And now that you've come through it, you're stronger, wiser, more dangerous to the kingdom of darkness than ever before. The same hands that failed are the same hands God will use to build. The same mouth that cursed may now prophesy. The same heart that was broken can now carry compassion. So rise up, dust off the ashes, wipe your face, and get back in position. Your calling is still intact. Your assignment still stands. The oil still flows. And your best is not behind you, it's ahead of you. God is not finished. The calling still calls. You've got to learn how to look past what you see and hear with your natural senses, because what's around you is not greater than the one within you. Life will shake you. It will test your patience, challenge your faith, and throw storms your way that make you question everything you thought you knew. But here's the revelation. Your faith was never supposed to be rooted in what you see. It was meant to be anchored in who you asterisk, no asterisk. Trouble is not a sign of God's absence. It's an opportunity to prove His presence. Just because the boat is rocking doesn't mean the master has left it. Just because the skies are dark doesn't mean the light has disappeared. We don't walk by sight. We walk by asterisk, faith asterisk. And faith says, even when I can't trace His hand, I still trust His heart. The problem with too many of us is we've allowed our emotions to become the compass of our decisions. We let how we feel determine what we believe. But faith doesn't need feelings to function. Faith says, I believe it even when it doesn't make sense. I trust it even when I can't explain it. I follow it even when I can't see the end from the beginning. You've got to stop letting temporary circumstances write permanent conclusions over your life. That pain is not the end. That disappointment is not your identity. That closed door wasn't rejection, it was redirection. If you only trust God when the sun is shining, you'll never see the power of His light in the darkest places. But when you can lift your hands asterisk while the tears are still falling asterisk, when you can praise Him asterisk while the battle is still raging asterisk, when you can declare His goodness asterisk before the breakthrough asterisk, that's faith. Faith doesn't mean the storm won't come. It means the storm won't control you. It means you can sleep in the boat while the waves are crashing because you know who's sailing with you. It means you don't have to lose your mind just because life is losing its order. It means you can stand in the middle of the mess and say, I still believe. I still trust. I still know He's working. God never promised ease. He promised presence. He never said it wouldn't get hard. He said you wouldn't go through it alone. You may be surrounded by chaos, but you are also surrounded by grace. And that grace will carry you through what logic says should have broken you. So don't fold under pressure. Don't let your situation speak louder than your revelation. Don't let what's around you cancel what God whispered in your spirit. Hold on to faith. Hold on to the promise. Hold on to the one who holds you asterisk. Because when your faith is in Him, you can walk through fire and come out without even the smell of smoke. That's the power of trusting beyond what you see. God doesn't wait for perfection to start moving. He doesn't need everything lined up, cleaned up, or dressed up before He begins to fulfill His purpose in your life. In fact, He often moves in the middle of the mess, in the middle of the confusion, in the middle of the brokenness, because that's where His glory shines the brightest. He does not consult your resume. He's not concerned about your reputation. He doesn't need to call a meeting with the angels to double check if you're good enough. When He says it's your time, it's your time. You see, we've been taught that everything has to be right for God to move. But the truth is, God often does His best work when things look the worst. When people have counted you out, when doors have slammed shut, when your resources are gone and your strength is empty, that's when He shows up to remind you that He is enough . He specializes in showing up in impossible situations so that when the breakthrough comes, there's no question about who did it. He's not waiting for your situation to become favorable. He is the favor . And when He places His hand on your life, it doesn't matter if the odds are against you. You plus God is still a majority. When He moves, He doesn't need approval. He doesn't need permission. He doesn't ask Pharaoh before He parts the Red Sea. He doesn't ask Goliath's opinion before He empowers David's sling. And He surely doesn't ask your past before He launches your future. We waste so much time trying to clean ourselves up for God, trying to get everything just right before we walk in our purpose. But He's not looking for the cleaned up version of you. He's looking for your yes. He's looking for surrender. If He needed perfection, He wouldn't have chosen Moses, who stuttered. He wouldn't have called Gideon, who doubted. He wouldn't have used Rahab, who had a past. But that's just it. He uses what the world throws away. He takes the broken pieces and makes something beautiful. So stop trying to fit into formulas. Stop waiting for the right moment. Stop looking for signs to be perfect. Your dysfunction does not disqualify you. Your past does not disqualify you. Your weakness does not disqualify you. In fact, your weakness is exactly where He shows His strength. When the equation doesn't make sense, when you don't have what they said you need, when your credentials don't add up, that's when grace steps in and says, I got this. You've been holding back, waiting for a better time. But the best time is now. God is not waiting on your perfection. He's waiting on your permission. So give Him access. Let Him take your brokenness, your flaws, your uncertainties, and turn them into something that brings Him glory. You're not too late. You're not too messed up. You're not too far gone. He's ready to move just as you are. When you understand asterisk who reigns asterisk, something shifts in the way you walk, the way you talk, and the way you handle the storms of life. You stop letting fear whisper lies in your ear. You stop giving people the power to label you. You stop letting circumstances define your value. Because when the King lives inside of you, you carry the authority of heaven on your life. There's a boldness that rises when you realize you're not operating in your own strength. You're not fighting with your own weapons. You're not standing in your own name. You've been marked by something eternal, something unstoppable, something greater than what's coming against you. That's why you can smile in the face of adversity. That's why you can speak peace in the middle of chaos. That's why you can keep going when everything around you says quit, because the Sovereign One lives asterisk in you asterisk. See, people think strength is about how loud you shout or how fast you move, but real strength shows up when you stay calm under pressure. Real strength is knowing the battle is the Lord's. Real strength is when you stand in front of a wall and say, "You will fall because I know who backs me." It's not arrogance. It's confidence rooted in divine identity. When you know who you are, you stop shrinking to fit into small spaces that were never meant to hold your calling. You are not just trying to survive. You were created to asterisk reign asterisk. That's why the attacks have been so fierce. That's why the enemy tried to take you out. That's why the pressure has been relentless. Because hell saw the mark on your life before you even recognized it. But what they didn't know is that every time you were knocked down, the King inside you was rising up stronger. You may have been bruised, but you're not broken. You may have been delayed, but you're not denied. Because the one who reigns inside you cannot be defeated. There's no power on earth, no voice from your past, no system, no failure, no fear that can overrule the King of Glory who lives in your heart. You are royalty walking in a battlefield, carrying the presence of God, speaking life where there's death, commanding light where there's darkness. And every time you walk into a room, you carry that kingdom authority with you. So lift your head. Walk like you belong. Pray like you know it's already done. Speak like heaven hears you, because you are not just another face in the crowd. You are not just surviving, you are a vessel of divine purpose. You are crowned, you are covered, and you are called. And when you know who reigns inside of you, you stop chasing validation and start walking in asterisk dominion asterisk. It's time to silence the lies, time to rise in authority, time to walk like the King who lives in you is asterisk, still on the throne asterisk. Because he is, and because he is asterisk, so are you asterisk. It's time to rise up, to shake off the dust of yesterday, and step boldly into the calling God has placed on your life. The days of hiding, the days of shrinking back, the days of wondering if you're enough, those days are over. Because when the eternal sovereign has anointed you, you don't just walk. You asterisk march asterisk. You don't just stand. You asterisk conquer asterisk. Your steps are not hesitant. They are deliberate, empowered by the authority of heaven itself. There is a power that rises in you when you realize that your best is not behind you, but asterisk, ahead asterisk of you. Every setback, every failure, every tear has been preparing you for this moment. The storms you have survived were not meant to break you. They were meant to build you. They were the refining fire shaping you into the warrior, the leader, the vessel God intended you to be. So, don't look back and mourn what didn't work out. Look forward and anticipate what God is about to do. You may feel tired, you may feel beaten down, you may feel like the world is against you, but remember this, you are not walking alone. The sovereign who rules over the universe is walking asterisk with asterisk you. His presence goes before you and follows behind you. There is no battle you face that he is not fighting for you, no giant too big, no mountain too tall, no valley too deep. He's already made the way. It's time to get up and get going. The call on your life demands action. Destiny is not for the passive. It's for the bold, the brave, the ones willing to trust when the path isn't clear. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Don't wait for everyone to believe in you. Don't wait for fear to leave you. Step out, asterisk, now asterisk. Take the next step by faith, knowing that God's power is made perfect in your weakness. When you move in obedience, you release the power of the eternal sovereign in your life. Doors will open that you didn't expect. Opportunities will come that you didn't plan. Miracles will happen that you can't explain. That's how God works. He doesn't just give you a calling, He gives you the grace, the strength, and the supernatural favor to accomplish it. You are called to be a conqueror, not a victim, a leader, not a follower, a trailblazer, not a bystander. The world needs what you carry. The kingdom needs what you represent. So stop doubting your worth. Stop questioning your place. Step into your destiny with confidence, because you are backed by the eternal sovereign himself. Your victory is already won. It's not a maybe or a someday, it's now. The King reigns inside you, and because he reigns, asterisk, you will rise, asterisk. You will overcome. You will fulfill the calling that no one else can. So rise up, warrior, walk with your head held high, knowing the best days of your life are ahead. The sovereign calls you forward. Will you answer?